someone's battling their weight, loneliness, appearance, poor diet, and bad job, how do you actually pull yourself out of that? Even if you can manage some progress in one of those areas, the other things will still exist and they will keep making you feel bad, pushing you back to your previous baseline. And like, if trying harder was really the answer, that would have worked by now. So if we struggle to fix these circumstances, then what about the feelings themselves? Can we address them without meds to make progress more attainable? Well, there is one thing that I found, and it not only helped me pull myself out of a very rough situation, but it actually acted like the first domino in my life being knocked over towards a lot of change. And this was the practice of gratitude. Seriously. And it's actually very well backed up too. MRI scans have shown that when someone is experiencing it, it activates the same areas in the brain associated with dopamine production, serotonin production, managing cortisol levels, emotional regulation, and even decision making. It is the real deal. Now, before I get into how I did it personally, I do want to say this isn't like the ultimate fix or whatever. It's just that when I think back, when I was dealing with a lot of the things mentioned earlier in the video, including being very heavy, this is when I pinpoint when things started to change. So what I would do is just write in a journal every single morning about things I'm grateful of. And this could range from my dog to my TV, my morning cup of coffee, to just having a nice bed to sleep in at night. And the point is that it just made me feel lucky that there are wins all around me, even if it's just having access to food. Like, the average person on earth is a 30-year-old man who does manual labor for $6,000 a year. That means half the world is doing worse than that and would love to be in that position. Literally billions of people. Like, if you were born in better conditions than that, you should feel like you won the lottery because you did. It's just so easy to ignore these things. And if you're still not completely sure of what to do, I found my gratitude journal from, I think, like 6 years ago. I haven't really opened this. I looked at the first couple pages. I don't think anything past that is too private, but I figured I would share it with you guys just to see what's the type of things that you could write if you're curious about it. And this one's really cool because it actually trains you to spot different things. Otherwise, if you're just using just a regular piece of paper and you're thinking of things, you're just not going to see what's useful. So I'll put this in the description. Hopefully I remember, just search that. If not, I'm not affiliated with it or anything like that, but basically, so yeah, level 1, noticing. It just kind of trains you to spot different things. Yeah, the first part isn't really about gratitude. So let's see what I did. Got up early, played Xbox. A lot of different things, typical things. I mentioned my dog a lot. His health wasn't that great, but I was very much appreciative of it. The first bit that I started this, I didn't stick with it. So you'll see a time jump. It's still reflecting and appreciating different things. Good eyesight, although now I have my glasses, so maybe not. Money socks, reflecting, still reflecting. I live in a province with little natural disasters, which is true. It's true, except like earthquakes that could just destroy everything at some point. And then, okay, here's the actual gratitude. So you can see these different types of things. Having a steady job, good health. Maybe I could have wrote a little bit more. But honestly, like I started noticing a difference like after like a month or two, when I was actually able to be consistent with it. And a lot of it just is like pretty, chill, basic things. It's a bit more, it talks about the science of it. Grateful for like tech, like vitamins exist. The full fridge, just that sort of stuff. It goes more in detail every few pages, but that's really the gist of it. It's not a big ask. It's not a big commitment. And I encourage you, if you're kind of spinning your wheels. Again, this isn't like a big fix. It's not going to be something that immediately changes your life, but it is backed up. It made a difference for me, and I hope it does for you. Now, I actually made this video a few different times before, and I wasn't planning on keep remaking it, but I was playing The Alters the other day. It's a great game, and in it has you reflecting on past life experiences, things, points where you could have made a different decision and completely changed your life, as that's a big part of the game. And I was just like, it just kind of inspired me to revisit this, because it is like a very common thought pattern, especially if you're unhappy with where you're currently at. But regardless of gratitude and all that, like if you're really just in a tough spot, man, I feel for you. I know what it's like, especially like just getting to the end of the day can be a huge fucking win. And this isn't just like that. That is completely accurate. When you have nothing in the fucking tank, when you're feeling like shit, you have nothing in the tank. So it's actually a huge accomplishment to somehow use whatever fumes are left in there to push yourself to the end of the day. And I hope you recognize that. And I just, I hope if you have any support that you can lean on, I know that's not always the case. And I know men's mental health doesn't get talked about as much as it should, but I'm getting a bit off topic here. So I think that's everything that I wanted to discuss. I hope you guys have a good week. It's hot, at least here. It's getting really hot in this room, and I can't turn on the air conditioning because the microphone would pick it up. So I think I will cut it there, but I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.